Hi and welcome. This is Elena with Angel Messages with Elena. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the subscribers that I have some new subscribers with us that are probably going to stay with us. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those who have been here from the beginning and have done readings with me and then has found me on YouTube. Thank you so much that we're here in person. Please make a comment and subscribe as well as share, because we all want to share the messages that are out there. So today's video is about the waning of the moon. How many of you just went stir crazy during the lunar eclipse on Friday the 10th and then the full moon? Because the full moon just kind of like increased everything. So we're looking at this is probably going to be hyped up for a while, but we're still in Capricorn. Capricorn is about being steadfast and about being good with money and using wisdom, being analytical but not over analytical. Yeah, so the waning of the moon is from the 13th through the 21st, and then we'll get into the new moon reading. I'll put that a couple days before, so probably about the 20th, 19th, that new moon will be out there. So the waning of the moon, when we're doing the waning, that is about wisdom. That is like the woman who has come into her own, who is confident, who has seen things, learned from things, and has become the great teacher. So, or a great leader. It's very beautiful energy that is happening right now. I don't know. I was just thinking of the last for the new moon reading, or full moon reading, sorry, I'm getting all these phases coming in, but they'll probably be coming in through the messages, is that while everybody was going stir crazy, we are still, the peace was still going to be with us. Now, when people think of peace, they think of the emotional state of peace. But when peace is stated in the Bible, is actually a name. Not that peace was put in the first sentence when Jesus says, "Peace, be still." Why didn't he just say, "Wind, be still"? Well, because it was a person that he was talking to, right? Because one person with so much power can make everything quake and move around. All right, so I got the cards pulled. Now we're going to do the situation clarity cards with the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. And the main message will be with the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. And all of the links down below, you can purchase them through Amazon. Cool. All right. So, because this is, one card was left, so we'll put that in with the clarity card. So, whenever there's extra cards, that is what the messages angels have picked for us as well. And, so yeah, there might still be a little bit of a scattering, just like kind of my mind is getting a little scattered yet. But that's just natural. Those feelings will go away. I know I did a reading and it's just like, I felt this way and now I feel this way. And it's like completely opposite. And it's because Cancer is opposite of the Capricorn, and that's where the full moon energies was in Cancer. So it's like completely opposites. I've done readings before where it was a polar shift and the polar opposites. For the south node from the north node is like completely opposite, and it was stirring so much up. And I'm like, if you feel like you're going crazy, it's just energies that you were born under, and with all the energies that's going around us. that has an influence, just like the moon has an influence, not only of women's menstrual, but also the oceans. Okay, so the situation for the waning of the moon, which is the 13th through the 21st of January, we have, this is Perpetua, the saint of authenticity, right? Being true and authentic to yourself. It says, I am authentic self in all circumstances. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. So that is coming in. Look at all the beautiful orbs and bubbles. It could be bubbles. The orbs represents all the angels, and the angels being around us, the fairies, the pixies, the elementals, all of them is, surrounding us. And we're going to see more and more of that even into 2020. So be true and authentic. That is the main message. All right. So if you've been with my readings, the waning and the waxing of the moon goes in reverse to the directions from the north, the west, south, and east. Okay, so the first and the third cards are like how to be centered, how to come equal balance within ourselves and in our lives. So it's the number one is the star, it's north. So it's about teaching and leading as well. This is the fourth emperor. It's the Archangel Uriel that has come in. It's like sitting on the throne. It's stability and efficiency. Taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. So definitely this is the energy is coming in, is the ambition, right? Getting things done. The emperor is like taking charge. So this is definitely into the leadership part, is that you be in charge of yourself, and remember, true and authentic to yourself as well. Then we have the 15 decision card, and these are the arcana cards, so these are real important. Decision, Archangel Jophiel. All right, so you have the decision to fly or to stay in your cage. Okay, so here is the doves that are being released. They are of purity. It says, release yourself from that which holds you back. You need to detox unnecessary worry based on the lack of self-confidence. I kind of noticed that in the last few readings this week. And it's probably not just you. It's, the planetary alignments. It's the full moon in Cancer is bringing in this lack of self-confidence and this like, am I going to be this way or am I going to be this way, right? Not just, somebody who can command the room without force. It could just be a matter of rolling your shoulders back and sitting taller. Okay, that you are commanding the room. Or stepping in, stand tall, and just watching everybody, because eventually they'll watch you. And it's like, that's taking command of the room. So building self-confidence is something that really needs to happen. A detox such as a salt vinegar cleanse works really good. Release yourself from the things that's holding you back. Is it memories from the past? Is it look into the future and it's like, I don't know if I could do that? Or in your present and it's like, yeah, I just don't have it. Okay, so get away from those memories, get away from those people. Even if you're in the room with other negative people, such as myself when I was married and also grown up with my abusers, I still had my own room and I still, had my own thoughts and I still could pray and I don't have to speak it out. I still did all those things and I still had faith. So you can still change your thought patterns and the energies of your rooms to the things that you do and the symbolisms that you bring in. And, even if somebody does go and tear him up, you still have the symbolisms and the energy with you. And that's something that they cannot break is your spirit. You allow yourself to do that. Okay, so it's a matter of getting your confidence back and standing up for what's right. Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes they come back on us harder. And it's just like, if you say something, follow through. So if you do a threat, follow through with that threat, but don't threat with like a gun, okay, or a knife, okay. We're sensible people here. But if you threaten to take somebody to court, or if you threaten to, talk to a lawyer or to call the police, I mean, do follow up on those things, because those people are here to help us, okay, to release from the things that is not allowing you to move forward. The 10 of Ariel is our next card, and this is the community card. This is like everything is going really well. You're being set up for the promises of retirement. There's a financial success that is happening. There's so much to be grateful for. So it's like these women are talking and they're networking while their children are playing. They're enjoying life. All right, rich and rewarding family life is in the action as well. Then we have the Knight of Raphael here. I love the horses in here. They're so awesome. These are my guides. It's about romance, drama, like being poetic, the introspective. So this is for committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that could make your hearts flutter. So there's definitely a relationship coming in. So it's like, from the right side, it's moving over into the left. The things that you had hoped for, that you've been praying for, dreaming for, it's coming into the reality. And there's ocean here, so it's like real mild emotions. But since it's a lot of green, it's like definitely heart source that is coming in. So it's like something is coming in, or if you are in that romantic, relationship, such as already in a relationship, the romance is going to start picking up, and you may even be the ones that is igniting it. All right, so we go into the number 4 position is the West. It is about outside influences such as school, organizations, but how to put them all back into the right order. It's also about our body as well. So we have the 9 of Gabriel that comes in. Kind of looks like a farmer, right? It's like a digger. It says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. And this could be environmental activism, something to do in your environment, such as gardening. There's a lot of places that you can garden all together as well. Community gardening, helping somebody else. Like we're so mild here in Tucson that we can still do stuff because we don't have stuff, but maybe you're getting seeds ready to plant for the spring, and you're allowing them to grow. This would be the most opportune time to start planting those. So with determination and you're moving forward, okay, so in school and your community, into your job, is that things are moving forward. So you got the 9. The 9 is things that are coming to a completion, things that are coming full circle, closing of a door. Okay, so, and remember, Gabriel is the healer. Then we have the Queen of Michael, and she is portrayed right here as a woman. Michael means to be like God. So this is elegance that's coming in. Brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. Love that. And I love the yellow roses because those are signs of friendship. It says you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. So even though you have a relationship that is coming in that is dreamful, now that is coming into your reality, and when you're at work, you're at work. Okay, you're really focused, you're like determined, and you're finding that things are coming really easy right now because you know exactly what to do, you know how to put it into action, and you know how to persevere So keep going. Time for career rather than relationships. And it's on the west side. So, so you're like spending more time at work and maybe ignoring texts. So if you are somebody who is texting and that person is not answering you, just remember that they're working hard. They're keeping their work life from the personal life, which is great, because you don't want them to be at home and still work. So there's definitely a balance that's going on. Then we have the Page of Raphael. And I like this because this looks like it's a sand castle, Middle Eastern. She is sitting with rocks around her. It looks like a prayer mat, maybe. And I don't do the circle things. I did that once. So it could be a protective things that she's doing. But this is about gentleness and being loving and dreamy, open-hearted. This is a new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. And I think this is kind of like almost contradictory. It's like you're all work, but yet you're still on the backside thinking about relationships. And then it's like this new relationship is coming in. Okay. So it's just like, when I'm at work. But when it's time for a break, I'm thinking about this new emotional situation that's coming in, right? And this, it's like these messages are coming in. So yeah, take time to check your text messages during your lunch and during your breaks, because those messages are important. And these are, could also be angelic messages that are coming in as well. So don't just omit social media when you're at work. Or if you're at school, you kind of need to, just check your messages. Just go and check. Because there probably will be one there. Or there could be a synchronicity, because the page is like the helper. Okay, the Raphael and the page is working together to make all of this beautiful connections happen. Then we have the Knights of Gabriel. So this is like the next card in a different suit. So it's about being confident and enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. And that's kind of like the things that you need to have if you're doing social media is charisma. Time to take action, okay? And there's great passion with it. Definitely for a cause, like we had that animal, like in the environmental activism, and then getting it again. So it's kind of like bringing it full circle, and instinctively knowing what just to do, right? It's like, so you're getting the same messages, like twice, just with different cards. So it's just like when you get messages, there's like relationship, check your messages, coming full circle, you know what to do, being self-confident, being true and authentic to yourself. This is, to me, is like a broken record, but to you, this is thinking. This is like, pay attention. Oh yeah, everything is working out. Oh yeah, I know what to do. Sometimes when we are been programmed to not do anything until somebody says, okay, it's time to do the next step. Okay, so just to know that kind of teaching is going away. Okay, we're teaching you how to listen to instinctively, intuitively, and to follow through. If you have an idea, well, research it and write it out. Write whatever comes to mind and write it out into a journal, because that's how things develop. Okay, and so you're all being raised up to be more fluent and more flowing in that pattern. So, and getting out of, I have to wait. No more waiting. Don't have to wait no more. No, you can jump the line. It's okay. We'll let you do that. Okay, so now we get into 3, which is the South. It's about our immediate families, right? You have the man, the woman, God in the center, and it makes that triangle. The man and the woman makes the foundation. Sometimes we say that God makes the foundation, but we have the beautiful examples like Jacob and Rachel and Isaac and Rebecca. And then we have Joseph and Mary. We have Sheba and Solomon. We have Michal and King David was one of them. Michal, Tamara, and Bathsheba, I believe, are the same person, which is his daughter that was married. That's why he was like, no, you can't do that. Then we have Jesus and the Apostle of Apostles, which is the Mary Magdalene, and all of them make the perfect weddings and marriages. Okay, so we have 14 the solutions coming in. This is another Arcana card from Archangel Zadkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. All right. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be into that. I'm so sorry I jumped to conclusions. Damn Cancer. Yeah, damn that Cancer and the full moon lunar eclipse in the Cancer constellation. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of mending that is going on, a lot of healing inner, because we tapped into those energies so quick, and it really takes, I don't know, I do a salt vinegar cleanse and I anoint myself with oil and I wear my stones, and I didn't even feel any of it. And the only things that I kind of feel of is when I have to go out and do something with my animals. But as far as, really influenced by those energies, I'm not anymore. I'm aware that they're here, and I'm aware that I need to be in peace. I need to be in joy, and I need to be in that love, unconditional love source. So tap into those things. There's a success of doing objective. So it's like subjective is like you're in the middle of things. So now you can step outside of the box, basically. Step outside, literally outside your house, and look in. And it's just like, yeah, I was influenced by this. And so I got into my insecurities and I voiced them, right? Or even if you just thought of it, I mean, it's okay to say, I was feeling insecure. How about you? How were you feeling through these energies? Because we are all, nobody is not influenced. It's just others who can go through the flow without being that influenced. Okay. So we're all feeling it in one way or the other. Then we have the Page of Michael, right? Here's the helper. And this is about being truthful. It's about being perceptive, analytical, and a little blunt, right? Sometimes we be direct. Like when I use frankincense because being frank is to be direct. So sometimes I do my readings that way too, is direct, but try to smooth it around so it's not so direct. It's an exciting new challenge, all right? So this is in your immediate family. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts and documents very thoroughly, okay? So this is the time into the waning of the moon. Maybe not to sign the documents or contracts until the end of the month, into the new moon. Hold it out. If you're signing contracts for your home, like we kind of jumped into our home with that, and they wouldn't let us come back into this house to really look at it, because I don't think we would have bought it if we went in again. And they do that purposely so that you get bound into a contract, and then it takes forever to get out of one. So just be careful when you're buying houses, when you're buying a car, and working with outside influences, double check that, because you want to get into something that will last. All right. And this could also be in your marriage as well. So this is probably not a good time to get married. I would have parties, but don't get into, signing your nuptials until after this energy is passed. Then we have the Four of Ariel. And I love this. This is, a Chinese, a dojo. In a ways, martial arts kind of thing is the four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive, being resistant to change. Extremes in how you save or spend money. So yeah, some of the things that might be coming up in the securities might have been about the money, right? And that's what we were talking about, purchasing a home and purchasing a car. So, but this is also, yeah, because, during the full moon, I went to like 4 different websites on what to buy, like fabrics for belly dance, costumes, and then I went into pricing essential oils, and then I went into something else. I can't remember the two. Taking a class to make my costumes, how much fabric I'm going to need. I mean, I did all that in this last 4 days. And so it's just like, if I would have went through the extremes, I would have bought all those things and probably, be like hurting. It's like, I got bills to pay now. And what am I going to pay it for? So hopefully I'll get more readings, right? But no, I did not go and purchase any of those things. I just looked at them and, used my wisdom and wrote all those things down. So this is still going on, is you're either holding on to your money too tight too. It's like the things that you really need. If you really need to have food, that comes first. If your children needs to have food, if your animals need to have food, I mean, I will give whatever money from like my family to buy food, and I'll go without and make sure my children, my animals are fed. So don't want to be too stingy, but you want to use wisdom and find the middle ground. And things that you really do need, you need to go and do, and then save for the bigger things. So, and this could also be for those who are withholding. Now, there's 3 different ways that you can give to God or to the divine or to the church. It's through money, through offerings. It could be through your talents and skill. So, like singing, teaching. And then the third one is service, and teaching can come up under service, or helping out with bake sales, or helping out with communion, or helping out other people. So there's 3 different ways: money, talent, and service. And so you just kind of have to look at what you have and what you have to offer, because no matter what you do, divine is going to appreciate and love that, and will give you other people who will give those things back to you in service, money, and talent. So those all have a monetary value, no matter. Just like I was talking to my daughter Sunday night, and she was thinking about work and working around her new schedule at the semester starting again this week. And she was discounting her grants that she had got to do these classes and then to do pep bands because it's on a Saturday. And she was discounting that as money. And it's like, honey, you already got paid. Even though you didn't get money to pay your rent, you got money to do that. So you cannot not go to that, because it's already been paid for by a love of this scholarship and this grant money that came in. So, trying to teach the children and trying to teach you as well is that even though it was given to you free, it's still a monetary value, and it's already paid for. So don't disregard what is already been given to you. You add that to what you already have. Okay, so then you have to work around this, like, okay, I need to go and make rent money. All right, then find something that does work around your schedule, but don't not go to your classes. Do not go to those meetings that's already been paid for, or not use your car because somebody paid for your gas. Okay, don't not drink that coffee that somebody bought you, right? It doesn't make sense, if you think about it. So go and drink that coffee, drive that car, attend those classes, because It's a monetary gain that you have been given. So don't discount that. So 7 of Michael. 7 is about your path. And this is like you're kind of making decisions. Michael is showing you that there is another course of action or part of your journey in your family that you guys can be taking. So if you're going on one path, do a course correction. It's so easy. It's a matter of just, tilting the steering wheel just, a centimeter or an inch. It says working alone may not be the best answer. So with this mending and this forgiveness, this healing energy that's coming in, making peace within your own family. Now, this does not include your mother and father, okay? Unless you're a child in your mother and father home, okay? But if you are an older child, your mother and father are not part of that anymore. You are your own family, okay? And then you look to God as your parents, mother, father, God, because that's what a lot of people don't teach, is that you're supposed to leave your home when you get married, because that's how it was written, but it's not necessarily what they did. But for those of us who have left their homes, that doesn't have family, that we look to God as mother and father. But when you come to a certain age, your parents can't tell you what to do anymore. Like when you're 20 some years old, when you're 30 some years old, when you're 80, I mean, they can give you advice, but they can't make you do those things. Okay. So just, understand that as well. And there can be compromise, but don't compromise who you truly are. Okay. True and authentic to yourself. All right. And again, it says review all the details. All right. That's the second one. Review your details. All right. Now we're going into the east side, which is about the divine energy of feminine. Okay. So the things on the right side is, of course, the mother, the child, the bride. Is straight across from divine masculine, which is the action in your work, the things that you have to do. Stones is under number 2, or crystals, and house, and again, your body. So 4 is about putting your body back in order, but 2 is literally just about your body. All right, so we have in the second position the 5 of Raphael. So this is the heart, lots of heart, and she's wearing dress. And look all the blessings that she's gotten, and she still has one right there. I like how she's poised, and she's like, ooh, this changes everything, right? Have you ever had, some clothing that just completely changed it? And when you're an actor or an actress or a dancer, and it's just like you put on a new costume, and it's like, oh yeah, I feel different. Okay, a new hairstyle, new makeup. I mean, it could be, new perfume. And that is how I kind of look at her when she's in there. It's like everything changes. Okay, so everything happens for a reason. Release regret, embrace the opportunities for happiness, and search for the silver lining. Okay, so this can happen for everyone who has gone through the last few days into the last decades and eons of your years, is that everything happens for a reason. There is there is, it's not just fate. It's not that, it's not coincidence. It's like everything happens for a reason, because it's an energy that we all change, and whatever you do, there is a ripple effect to an extent of energies. Now, things of the past has made you who you are today. Like no emotions to what the healing is or was. It's just neutral. It doesn't mean you go numb. So this is like looking at the silver lining. You can choose to remember, or those who are not healed is like, okay, well, I'll just choose to remember the positive things. Like everybody who knows my mom only knows her as the saint, right? Christian, she preached, she did all the stuff, but yet she beat me. beat me bad. And my brother and my sister. And everybody knows her as a saint. And it's like, I choose to remember that she was bad, but not how I felt after I got a whipping or, stuff like that, or the fear modes, because I've been healed of the fear mode. So I can tap into some of her teachings and understand what her crusade was, because we all have a crusade, okay? And hers was that she had post-traumatic stress that was undiagnosed from dying from having my sister and having her uterus pulled out, and a growth was attached to her uterus and it pulled a hole in it. She died, and it took 21 pints of blood to put back into her body. That is trauma, and she did not know how to heal from trauma. Okay, so my silver lining is going through my trauma, the things that she's done to me, things that my ex has done to me, that I have been trained to heal. And now it's like, well, I understand. I don't condone what she did, but I can understand. That's seeing the silver lining, is to understand so I can teach others that even though you have post-traumatic stress, you still have a choice on how to respond. And, if you're going to put up your hand and slap somebody, or take a knife and, shove it in your face to scare that person, you have the choice and the freedom to either follow through or be the bigger person and walk away, right? And then the other person is, do I engage or do I not engage? Okay, so that is the silver lining, and not looking at things in the past with regret, okay, because things in the past can't hurt you no more, okay? Embrace the opportunities. There's like so much happiness that is coming. It's like really releasing all of this negative stuff that is coming already in the reading, is like it's being washed away. It's like it's going away, and you are going to be so much happier. And take a deep breath with me and just, oh wow, it just feels so much better. All right, so 10 of Gabriel. Now this is kind of an interesting card, because sometimes I see her holding this, but this is actually a door. I don't know, it's just like a netting. Sometimes it looks like to me. And then there is the angel wings with the trumpets. So Gabriel is the one who hearkens, but it's kind of like Cinderella, right? Somebody who's working, who does housekeeping. So it says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others, right? It's very Cinderella. I remember that's all I could do was just work. Couldn't please nobody. I just worked. Capricorn. I just worked. And, you will find that working all those hours, you could do one or two things. So it could drive you totally crazy and you'll feel so tired, or you can find that balance and not work so hard and, find healing. Okay. So I do freedom healing sessions. They're $20, and it's either recorded or non-recorded. It's long distance healing. So I think it's under freedom healing sessions. So then we have the Arcana card, the Sun, dun, 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 dun. Archangel Uriel, who is riding a unicorn, Pegasus, and Horses, both who has, well, because I see Pegasus because it is Uriel's wings, but I see them together, like the angel is together with that unicorn. Okay, it says, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So here we go again. Success. We have it again. Success. Happiness. Okay, so we're getting a lot of sinking in this readings. Life is wonderful, is inspiring more success, right? Find that balance of work. 10 of Raphael. This is about relationships. This is that romantic relationship that was coming in. See, Raphael. Oh, and then I have cornstarch on here because I finally got my cards to actually shuffle. So sorry about the cornstarch on there. Rainbow, this is the promises. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Kind of like a happily ever after, right? Cinderella. You got her happy ever after. So it's like you find your balance. Don't be true and authentic to yourself, right? So we're not going to go and please others because you can't please everyone. Please yourself and the things that you could do for your family, all right? Because then your family will be happy. Treat your body well. And you will be happy as well, right? Because you are finding a way to rest and finding refreshing. All right, our clarity card, which is the last card that was left on the desk, is the moon card, and it's the Arcana card. This is Archangel Haniel. Opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. Yeah, that really sums it up, doesn't it? So yeah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. The moon, I mean, it's going to start getting darker. But yeah, you're facing your fears. You're finding fulfillment. You're improving all your plans. I mean, how beautiful is that? And then you have somebody who's loyal coming in too. That's on your physical side, your reality side. And that could be your romance. If you are the impending more romance for those who are already in relationships. And our goddess divine feminine energy card is Yamoha, the goddess of all that flows. It's almost like Rhea, the flow, energy flow. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Now, kind of know that this is kind of like an illusion going on. It forms into an X a couple of times. So you got X here, you have X that goes through here, and then you have the arms that is in here. So you have like triple X. And whenever you see triple X, it doesn't mean adult movies, okay? Triple X is the FOX, Fox, because FOX, all those letters come down into 666. And 6 is about man, but it's also wisdom, who is the fox, who's the cunning one, who is Adonai, who's the planner. And everything that people are doing, you don't realize that you're manifesting, and that you're manifesting the divine, the Shekinah, the glory of God, which is the feminine reflection, or the bride, which is a woman. It's a person that is here. So this is beautiful. I love this. So it's about creativity, and it's about, planning. It's about resolutions and healing. I mean, it's very beautiful energy. So thank you for joining me. I know I tend to talk a lot. So yeah, thanks for staying towards the end. And give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up. Make a comment down below. Embed and share my videos because they're so informative. I am going to be starting to start another little store that is all of my creations. Instead of having it separate, I'm going to put oils in there. I'm going to put paintings in there. Things that are symbolic. A couple of my videos that are going to be coming up will look into some of the things that I did on the farm when I was married that was bringing in manifestations of prosperity there. Things that I stopped here because I didn't know how powerful it really was. And then going through everything, Capricorns is like, we're We're really doing well. So look into where your sign is for Capricorn. If it's Sun, Moon, if it's somewhere else in your chart, you want to attend my daily reading for the daily Capricorn, because that is tapping into a spirit animal that is powerful animals of the planet that really gets into those energies, so that you have something to focus on. And then you can also do a weekly reading with me as well, or you can do a 1 card or a 4 card reading or more. I have different prices for everybody. Even if you can only pay $1, I have prices that are $1 up to $80. There's everything in the middle. That way you kind of know what energies are going on, even if it's affecting you or not. But if it is really affecting you, you can get into the understanding, going, okay, this is why I feel like I'm going mad. And then I give you some prescriptions. I give you some ideas on how to, get your body into neutral, doing this salt vinegar cleanse, and then how to amplify your body by using anointing oil. And pretty soon, in the next couple of weeks, I should have my oils ready to have purchased at the Star Destiny Creation. So I am purchasing labels and we're getting those done, but the oils are done. They're ready. So I'm excited. I just got to put them in the bottles, which I already have. So I'll be putting them into bottles and then waiting for my labels, and then we'll get them on the new store. So I'm really excited about that. It just gives me another opportunity to do creative things, symbolisms and everything, and how you can use them. Yeah, because there is no coincidences, right? There is not. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you, and I send you my heart. Bye.